welcome to Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. How are you today? We got a mess. We got a big mess here on the little farm today. Let me tell you what happened. It is a big pile cut down from the trees. A couple of days ago, we were having a very big windstorm. And I happened to be out here pretty early in the morning. As usual, I'm always out here early. And I kept hearing this pop, 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 pop. Well, my neighbor next door likes to play with paint guns. And I just kind of thought, well, it's kind of early, but okay. And then I kept hearing it. So I looked over. Up in the sky, over towards that way. I looked up there and I saw some flashes, flashing like fireworks. And I thought, well, who would be doing fireworks this early in the morning? I mean, I get the 4th of July, yeah, but fireworks that early in the morning? So I started looking a little bit, examining just a little bit closer. And it turned out that the electrical wire, not the transformer box, but the electrical wire was shorting out. And it was shorting out. And that wire goes from the transformer box, which is 3 neighbors down, all the way here to the little farm. So I went to the neighbors right away because I didn't want them to, I didn't know if they were awake or not, and I wanted to wake them up in case of fire. And talked to the other neighbor. We called the right people and the people came. Turns out they had to replace the wire because it was shorting out. And so to replace it, they had to cut around all of our trees here on the little farm. And we have some big trees. They had to cut. Now, does it look pretty? Oh no. Does it affect the beauty of the dapple when the sun goes down in the afternoon? Yes, but at least it's safe. And those guys came. I had to put the animals in the barn, keep the animals in the barn, and they were here all day. Well, now we have this big, huge mess, and Mr. Steve was out of town, and he got home yesterday. And before, when we were on the phone, I'd say, we've got this big pile of brush. And he said, oh, we can take care of it. It's not that big of a deal. But then when he got home and he saw how big it is, he said, yeah, we probably should hire somebody to come chip it up because we don't have a chipper. So we will not have to deal with that. And I am very happy about that because that was a little overwhelming. But we do have to deal with something. While all of this was happening, I noticed that one of my chickens wasn't acting normal. She was just laying down to herself. And of course, I noticed it and I was going to do something about it. And then all of this was going on and I completely spaced it out until last night when I was putting the chickens to bed, and then I remembered, and I picked her up, Flystrike. And I don't know if you know what that is, but it is when the flies lay their eggs, sometimes on the bottom of the chicken's bottom because there might be poo or something on it. And then the eggs hatch and then the maggots start. So she's in pretty bad shape, and I cleaned her up last night. I put some antibiotics and did all of that, and I have her in isolation, but she's not doing very well. I mean, it just really destroyed her. So today I am going to be examining all the chickens, cleaning all of their bottoms. So we're going to be doing that. But I also wanted to install my rain barrel, and that's exactly what we were going to do today. We were just going to have a nice little video about the rain barrel getting put in and all of that. And instead, it's a video about Flystrike. See, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. Just gotta go with the flow. When you're a homesteader or backyard farmer, you just have to go with the flow. Now, this can get pretty gross and dirty, and that's part of it. Part of having animals is dealing with all that gross stuff. And dealing with the Flystrike is pretty gross, because I had to deal with some maggots yesterday when I was taking care of my chicken. It was Oreo, and I was taking care of her and cleaning her off, and you have to clean all of the maggots off and pull them all off. Oh my gosh. You have to clean all of the maggots off and pull them all off, and then clean the area, and then keep checking for more. So I'm doing that right now, but she is not in very good shape, and I don't know if she's gonna make it, because we waited. I just didn't catch it in time. I had to give the paddock a really good raking out, because there was so much debris from when the guys brought the trees down, and it's still just a lot of debris, but at least I have it in piles and out of the way. Now, Mr. Steve and I are going to go to the store. We're going to get a small kiddie pool and put some sand in it, because I just don't feel like the tires are enough, and then plus they're all full of debris. They haven't been able to stay dry because of the rain. So we're going to get a pool and poke some holes in it so that the water can come through it, and then we're going to put some sand in it for the chickens, and maybe even the goats. okay. Look, where are you? She's mad. But her bottom is clean. It looks like she's losing a lot of feathers, so, but I don't see any lice. We'll clean off her bottom and take her back to the paddock. Go get somebody else. Getting new feathers everywhere. So we're gonna just spray her too. Really good. She doesn't need clean. She just needs sprayed. Oh, pretty chickens. Okay, I checked everybody else. Everybody looks fine. And this is just a precaution. Chicken Little, though, I'm a little concerned about her, and I'm going to take another look at her if I can catch her and see her bottom, because she does not look good on her bottom, and she might be, what do you call it, when her egg is stuck inside, and I might have to help her with that. So I'm going to check her out again. But Goldie here seems fine, except for maybe just losing some feathers, but everybody else is fine too. Well, I'm glad that's done. I've been wanting a water barrel, and I have been stalking Facebook Marketplace for months now, trying to find one that I liked the way it looked, I liked the price point, and it was easy for me to get to pick up. Finally, I found one. So today, I'm going to put it together and see how it works. I think it's brand new. Always read the instructions. It needs to be on a flat surface, and attach the hose clip by inserting the point of the hole to the side of the barrel. I do better with pictures. Do you do better with pictures? There. we have it all sorted out. This is our burn pile, so then this and this and this and this and this are gonna get picked up. But this, we're gonna be cutting it into smaller chunks so that we can use it for our fires outside or fires inside, even though it's not the best wood. You know, sometimes it doesn't really matter. Okay, well, looks like after they pick all this up, then I'll have some cleaning to do. Well, poor little Oreo didn't make it. And the kids are going to be sad. She was a favorite with the grandkids. But I think that the rest of the flock is going to be fine. We checked them all out and we did what we could for each one of them. And I'll just have to keep monitoring them and keeping an eye on them to make sure that they don't get sick like Oreo did. And it's always really sad when we lose one of our little animals here on the little farm, but it's part of it. It's part of the whole homesteading, backyard farmer kind of thing when you lose an animal. And it doesn't make it any easier when you lose an animal. And you go through your mind, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have been better. But you have to remember to give yourself grace, because we're only human, and mistakes or things get overlooked or things just naturally happen. She wasn't that young of a chicken, so you know, she probably wasn't as strong as maybe some of the younger chickens. We've had a really busy day. We've had to deal with all of that and the storm aftermath, and I did get to get my water barrel in, and that was a high point of the day. That and having you visit me. Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting me here on Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. Try to get outside today if you can. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Love you.